What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another video during this episode. Oh my god. Okay, let's start with the most recent thing, training. Just now I came back home from training. That was so good. Also, we did a new exercise today, basically. And like today, it was 5 people, including the trainer. I was the third one in line to do the exercise. And after we did it the first few times, right? Basically, the last 2 sets, or it was the second to last set in particular. My trainer was first. He did 20 reps because it was like all out, you know. The guy before me did like 24 or so. And then I did the exercise. I tried my best. Okay, I was at 20 and I was like, okay, 5 more and then I'm better than him. And then I did 24. I did 25 and then I started to have this dirty ass laugh. You know how it is. If you are ever working out in a group, you know how it is. This dirty ass laugh. That you have more. Then I started having this dirty ass laugh once I completed the 25th rep. And then everyone started laughing and I couldn't focus. I was like, bro, let me do it. And then I wanted to complete the 30 reps, which I did. But it was I had to, you know, be a bit louder. You know, usually I'm a quiet guy, especially during training. I usually just exhale, you know, deeply and maybe even loudly to some extent, you know, like maybe like that. But this time I was like, well, first of all, and then also then the last ones were like, you know, like groaning or whatever it's called. And then 30 was good. Yeah, that was the good. And then for the last set, whenever they passed 25, like whenever the number 25 came up while counting, I had to laugh because I was like, reminds me of my dirty ass laugh. That was good. Yeah. Other than that, today 5 a.m. woke up. A friend yesterday. Oh my god. Sleep paralysis today, first time. Yo, I don't know if this was a normal type of sleep paralysis, you know. I thought like, oh, sleep paralysis, you spawn in your bed, you can't move, demon is coming, tormenting you or doing whatever. Bro, it was so bad. Okay, in real life, 2 people who were best friends have huge beef, not friends anymore. And basically, with the one guy that I like more, he's a good person, you know, not a social media junkie and whatnot. He's actually a good person. He is also on the right, but that doesn't matter. Basically, I chilled with him, you know, usual, and he asked, oh, by the way, were you there when the beef like started, like the call when it started? I'm like, no, I wasn't there. He's like, okay. And then you know how it is in the dreams. Next scene, you just spawn at the next scene or think it's normal, whatever. I was in the gym with the other guy. You know, he used to be in my class, but I don't know, outside of school I never talked to him. Because like I said, he does not do good things with his life, and I don't want to associate with such people. In school, it's one thing. Everyone can be useful in school. Let's just say that, right? But in my free time, I would not like to be associated with someone who drinks, smokes, vapes, plays video games the whole day, social media the whole day, goes for the biggest hoes. Yeah, I would not like to be associated with such a guy. So obviously I'm not going to spend time with him in my free time. But anyways, I was with him in the gym, and he was on call with his best friend at the time, right? With the guy he has beef with now. And I was like, wait, why? Like, first of all, what is happening? Why am I in the gym with him? And I was like, why is he on call with his ex-best friend? Like, they're not good anymore. Why are they talking so happily? And I'm like, oh, this is the past. This is like, you know, this is the past. This is basically, I'm in the past now. The moment where the call was where the beef started. I'm like, oh, okay. And then I told the guy who I was working out with, I'm like, yo, bro, this moment already happened. Like, you already have beef with him. And then the guy looked at me. Yo, I get shivers down my spine while talking about this. The guy looked at me and he's like, wow, shivers. He looks at me and is like, you're not supposed to know that. This is... I don't know why I'm laughing like a dumbass. This is scary as shit. I thought I was dying. Like, no, like, honestly, that was the worst experience in my life. Honestly, worst experience in my life. Why am I smiling? Okay, but nah, actually, like, he looked at me and was like, you're not supposed to know that. And then he turned into my brother, like he was shapeshifter. And then he suddenly got, because my brother is taller than him, and then he continued to grow taller. And when he said, you're not supposed to know that, he turned his head like this, but 180 degrees, right? So his eyes were here, his mouth was here, upside down. And then his face stretched out, like the scream face, like, but even more, like it stretched out so much. And then he extended his hand. I was like, yo, get away. I tripped over something, and then I couldn't move. Because I tripped over something when he said, you're not supposed to know that. And I backed off, wanted to run away, tripped over something, laid on the ground, couldn't move anymore. Sleep paralysis. And I was like, no, get away. And he extended his hand. I was there on the ground, basically on my elbow, resting on my elbow, but on my elbow, not lying flat down, but on my elbow. And then he extended his hand got closer and closer. He didn't move, but his whole body extended, right? Just his hand got longer, his face got longer. Got get closer to me. And the closer, oh my God, the closer he got, I was like, yo, Nikita, wake up, Nikita, you need to wake up, you need to wake up, you need to wake up or you will die, you need to wake up. And then, oh my God, I get shivers. It was literally like, how, let's say, for example, you watch a video, black screen, and then there's words popping up, right? There's like, wake up, everywhere, starting to fill the whole screen. That's what it looked like. And, it was, my side was kind of flickering around, like, when you basically... like when you look like this, right? I hope you can see it. But basically when the whole time it's like 1 millisecond black and then you see and then black millisecond and whole time swap of this. Oh my God. And then in the black it was always wake up or you will die. 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 Wake up. The closer he got. And then once he was really close, like not even 10 centimeters out of reach from my face, I started feeling extreme shivers, like my whole body was extreme shivers, and I started feeling a lot of pain, like actually a lot of pain. It felt like, I can't even describe it. The thing is, I would say it felt like my whole body was breaking at once. At every millimeter was breaking. That's what it felt like. But the thing is, I only broke my nose and I didn't feel any pain there. So it's hard to say that. But it felt like, first the whole body was shivering. And at the same time, I felt such excruciating pain. It's insane. And then it was like, wake up. It got louder. Wake up or you'll die. If he touches you, you die. Wake up. That was the craziest shit. And then I woke up and it was 2 a.m. and I'm like, fuck. That was quite honestly the most traumatic experience. Because I did not sleep till 3. I was like, okay, I'm not going to sleep. And it was 3 and I was like, damn, okay, I need to sleep. Like, I leave the house at 5. I can't not sleep, I need to, especially training, long day. I can't not sleep. So I slept from 3 to 4:45. And, oh my God, most traumatic shit I've ever experienced. That was crazy. Damn. Yeah, but then the thing is, a friend yesterday, he texted me I asked him, yo, like, if you're gonna come tomorrow. Like, I asked, are you gonna come tomorrow? Because we went to the hill again, right? Early in the morning. He didn't answer. So I went to sleep. Because I was going with one friend anyways. So it was 2 of us or 3 of us, right? And I was like, okay. I just assumed it was just the two of us. Woke up, he texted me, yeah, I'll come, but can we do 6 a.m.? And I was like, damn, bro, really? Okay, I was like, okay, maybe he lives far away. Fine. I texted my other friend. I was like, yo, bro, well, let's do a bus later. Or if you want to, we can also do the earlier one because the other friend asked, right? He didn't reply. He just ghosted me. So I assumed, okay, he's gonna take the first one, right? The usual one. He didn't. I called him. I was like, yo, bro, the bus is kind of speeding. Maybe you should already get going, He's like, what do you mean? We're taking the next one. Okay. I just left at his, got out at his station, waited for him. Yeah. But then we got there. We had to wait again, 10 minutes till our other friend arrived. And he arrived by car. Yo, I don't know why he said 6 a.m. He said, bro, it's just 20 minutes less. He woke up, he texts me, oh yeah, I'm gonna shower cold now. And then he's like, oh, did anyone bring coffee? Oh no, I'll bring coffee then. Brother, we waited 25 minutes for you for no reason. You could have just, bro, come on. Yeah. It was decent. The thing is, at first it was kind of, because we don't know how he is in that aspect, in that area. If I don't think he's on self-improvement, he's not on self-improvement, but he's, I guess, going his own way, but not. I don't think he improves every area as in self-improvement. You improve your mind, you improve your body, you improve your finance. He just improves his body, his martial arts skills, and obviously when you train your body, you train your mind automatically, but only this area of the mind and not the knowledge area of your mind, right? He doesn't read books or whatever, I think. Yeah. So we were like, we'll see how it is with him, and then maybe he will invite him again, right? All right. Yeah, and we were there. We talked for a solid while, the same thing as yesterday. The notes, we took the notes thingy, the notes notebook that I got, with the notes of the book, and we talked about the same book, Charisma Myth, as yesterday. But obviously this time I talked with 2 other people about it, and we talked through the whole notes, 1 hour 50 minutes, and this time it was quite different, honestly, because a friend of mine, he's the first friend, the one who the one on self-improvement, he saw it very differently from me. Then the guy who was not or is not on self-improvement, he sees it he tried to, it was more of explaining it to him, because it was more of explaining it to him because he didn't quite get it each time we read it out loud, and we had to translate it in German too, because he does not understand English well, and the other friend also not. So that was honestly the hardest part. I was reading the notes. My notes are in English, and I'm like, okay, German word for this. Yeah, but we talked for about 2 hours, almost 1 hour 50. It was quite good. And then he was like, oh, when it was just the 2 of us on our way home, he drove me home. Very nice of him. He was like, oh, by the way, do you upload this? I'm like, no, probably not, but I was, he sounded a bit concerned, he didn't want it to be uploaded. I was like, nah, probably not. I was like, yeah, but maybe, not at once, but maybe 10 to 20 minutes. And I was trying to hype him up for it. I was like, yo, imagine what type of people watch this, or how cool it would be actually. I was like, I swear someone will watch this. Just imagine if 3 of us sitting there chilling our lives, talking about some book notes, talking about life in general, or because we also talked about more things. And, just someone is gonna watch it and like it, And there were also funny moments. Okay, it was a heavy deep talk. And I just said something that I heard on the trainer's license last weekend. We were talking about, you can't trust anyone anymore, because it was like, obviously you can not trust anyone anymore. You can't trust people, but we said, you can't trust anyone anymore in that area, because a friend was talking about his exam. He was like, like during the exam, the teacher said, the advanced class has 300 minutes and the lesson, like the normal class, has 5 minutes less. But in reality, it was 300 minutes and 255 minutes. So 45 minutes less. But she thought, 55, 5 minutes more is an hour. And so she got it mixed up, and it was like, that's the same. Like, it's only 5 minutes less instead of 45. And that was all. And the people didn't check. The students didn't check it, and they were like, we have 5 minutes less. And suddenly, out of nowhere, they were like, the normal course has to turn it in 5 minutes. And they're like, what? But the teacher said, we get 5 minutes less, not 45. So unlucky for them, but also their own fault, because they didn't check it. And then, the moral of the story was, don't trust anyone. And I was like, wait. I was like, I erased my hand so that he stopped talking. I was like, you can't trust anyone, even your own father bangs your own mother. In German, it's funnier. But they were like, bro, you just tried our deep talk. But it was funny. Moments like these, funny. Or when my friend said something, and I don't know, I think it was a roast to me, but I don't know for sure. I don't remember. It was just some playful nonsense, right? And I was like, oh. And then I saw it as a chance to start attacking him. Like, I just jumped at him and acted as if I was punching him. I was like, and then we were there. The other one was still talking to the camera. He was like, bro, what are they doing? What are they doing? And I was like, bro, let's jump in. Like, act like we're still fighting each other, and just jump in. And then we got closer, and then we jumped it. That was also funny. Come on. Right. We also talked about the martial arts thing, because the two of them, the two friends that were there today, they were like, let's do a martial arts competition after 1 year. Like, the one on self-improvement was like, when he started at my training, he was like, in a year, let's do light sparring or whatever. And now a year has passed, or almost a year has passed, Basically, still this year, the 1 year period will be over. So the one was like, I was also like, let's just do it here on top of this mountain or this hill, whatever. Mountain is huge. Let's do it on top of this hill. And the other friend who was not there today also said, I'm in, imagine just that. We meet up at 6 a.m. in the morning on top of a hill, sun is rising, and we're doing light sparring. Greatest idea. You cannot tell me that's not a good idea. And talk about some useful stuff, and also film the content. We can just film that, right? It's all content. Yeah, but I think the friend has nothing against uploaded content now, because at the end of it, first concern, and then at the end he was like, safe, someone's gonna watch it, and that's gonna be so funny. Actually, I think he was a bit afraid that people from our school were seeing it, because he was like, I'm already seeing it, like someone from our year sending the link into the huge group chat where everyone is in. I'm like, nah, bro, they don't have it on there for you. But just imagine, bro, we're just there or not every morning necessarily. Would be good if every morning, but not necessarily every morning. We're just there having fun, posting that, and then some people are gonna be like, this is so cool, I'm gonna watch it. And then I think he liked the idea. But we have to talk, or I have to talk with the other two friends first. yeah, that was on. Actually, then when the two of us went to eat, and it was quite good. Then we went home each, like he with his car, I walked home because he parked his car near my house. Since we had breakfast together, which was also pretty spontaneous, and I was at home at around 12. Oh my god, I got home. I was like, okay, let me lay down in my bed. I'm a meditate and then read. Was a mistake. That was my biggest mistake today. After eating, after a full day of being outside. Mistake. I laid down. I woke up. It's 3 p.m. It's 3:15 p.m. Slept for 3 hours. And then I woke up and it wasn't like, oh, now I'm not tired anymore. No. I woke up feeling more tired than before. It's a terrible type of sleep. By the way, I also started posting on Twitter yesterday. Like, the first time was yesterday when I was there with my other friend watching the sunset. I posted that and it was just like, 6:30. And then today, this morning, I woke up, I was like, bro, just had my first sleep paralysis, and then later again the sunrise again. And then also oh my god, my dumbass just slept for 3 hours on accident. But I post in German because I don't even know why, honestly. I don't know why. I could actually do that in English. I don't know why I'm so stupid. Alright. Yeah, but training happened, and yeah, that was kind of my day. Oh, and once I woke up, I looked through a bit of the partners, right, for my uni stuff, because as I said, it's like not only uni, but also training combined. So I was looking through some potential partners. I saw a gym. The gym that I wanted to go to wasn't listed. So I was like, oh, maybe they're not partners. But they used to be, but maybe not anymore. I don't know. I'm going to ask the guy again. And then I was like, okay, there's another gym pretty close to it. And I looked at the website and it seemed like a rich gym, like a gym of rich people. And then I was like, okay, I just note this down in the notes folder and see. I also want to talk to the guy, maybe what he recommends, if he thinks my first idea of the gym, or if he even thinks the gym is a good idea. In combination with my, like a normal gym, if it's a good idea, or if it should be like a special type of gym, because the first one wasn't listed, but the second one was, right? Yeah. I was wondering about that. And well, then I was told my trainer, and he was like, nah, do it like this. Don't call. Like, my idea was to call them and ask, He was like, nah, don't call. Go there in person and ask them, like, oh, can I do like a free training, to try it out, this gym? And then ask them, like, oh, what is, or then ask them, like, oh, what does this machine do? How do you do it correctly? Stuff like that. Just ask them normal questions and see if they can answer it. Because just because you work in a gym doesn't mean, because honestly, low-key, complete idiots can work there in gyms. So, or if he's like yapping nonsense, or if he doesn't correct my mistakes, if he isn't sincere, like, if I go there, I do something wrong on purpose, something like my grip or my breathing, something that requires a bit more special knowledge, right? Because not everyone, like, when you look at the people in the gym, no no normal person who isn't like into lifting as high weights as possible and doing many reps to like the normal people, when you start at the gym, you have no idea how to breathe correctly. That's such a big aspect, and no one is telling you how to breathe correctly. So, doing these small mistakes and see if he corrects me. To see if there's like, if the people actually have knowledge there or not, and because if I'm the one going there to work and then I'm the one with the knowledge, that would be nonsense, Yeah, that's kind of it for today's video. I will shower soon, and once my mom is done, and then I will. Oh no! First I'll eat, then I'll shower, then I'll pray. Yeah. Did not meditate today because I obviously fell asleep. Did not read today. Yeah. It was still a pretty good day, honestly. With the dumb ass sleep during the middle of the day. And sleep paralysis, that was creepy as fuck. Still, when I think about it, just the part where he looked at me, his phone disappeared, he just looked at me and was like, "You're not supposed to know that." And then his whole body changes, his face extends, his hand extends to my face, and the moment, if he touches me, I die. And it honestly felt like, if he touches me, legit, I die in real life. Because, like I said, I was like, "Nikita, you need to wake up, you need to wake up, you need to wake up, you need to wake up." And if he touches you, you die. And it was like, kind of, if he touches you, you're trapped here. You will not wake up again. You will die for real. That's what it felt like. Like, actually, if he touches you, you're gonna be stuck in the dream, and that's it for you. That's what honestly, that's the feeling I got. I don't know if this is normal, but this creeped me out so bad. I wish that I used to be like, oh, sleep paralysis. I want to experience it. I want to experience it one time, because everyone's talking about it and how demons low-key even dance or whatever when they're listening to music or whatever. But this was not fun. I honestly felt like I was about to be trapped in the dream forever. Honestly, I felt like I was about to see God. Or not even that. It was like, your body is alive, but your mind is alive, but you cannot leave it. You cannot wake up. As if you're in a state of, what is it called? The sicknesses where you're asleep, can't wake up, and they use machines to keep you alive. Kind of like that. It felt like I was about to enter that state had he touched me. Oh my god. Worst experience in my life. I wish I don't know. So that's it for today's video. I need to go. So we'll see you in the next one.